we doing? I just wanted to come down to tell you that we won. This is a great night. This is a great night. And you know, I said from the beginning that this was a flashpoint election, and it was a lot of work, and it was because of all of you, all of us together. It's not one person. All of us together did this. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, and I will always remember you for the help that you gave me. There's a few people I have to thank individually. There's a million that I want to thank, but I certainly want to thank my family. They put up with all of this, all the long nights, all the phone calls, all the stuff, right? And they still stick with me, and I want to thank them. I want to thank my staff, all the wonderful people that work with me. Early in the morning, late at night, day in and day out, on weekends, they were always there. And they just are an amazing, amazing group of people. I am so proud of them. I couldn't do without. There's two people also that I want to thank that are very special. One of them is Mike Mueller. I don't know where he is. Right over there. Who I have known for years, and we've gone through the ups and downs, the good and bad, the nice and the not so nice, you know, I mean, but we've always made it. He's always been there. He's the smartest operative around. I'm really proud of him. Michael, thank you. God bless you. I love you, Michael.
Love you too. Thank you.
And then a very special person that has been with me for years and years. Allison Murphy. Sometimes she's nice to me, sometimes not so nice, but she always loves us. She is the smartest woman in politics. I don't care what anybody says, and I'm proud of her. We've gone through a lot of elections together. Now, I don't want to give you a long speech tonight, because tonight's about having a good time, and it's about enjoying the fruits of our labor and what we've done. But there are a couple of important things, at least I feel they're important to me, that I want to say. Washington, as we know, is dysfunctional. In fact, you know, somebody asked me a couple times in debates, they said, what is the first piece of legislation that you want to do when you get to Washington? And I've thought about it, and there's legislation that we could do on veterans, legislation we could do on stopping oil drilling off our coast. There's legislation we could do on 100 different things, and they're all important. But on the lighter side, I said the first piece I think I want to do is a resolution that would mandate that our Congress people behave like normal human beings. We have a job to do in leadership. Leadership is something that we are all involved in different ways, but leadership means that you work together. Leadership means that, and I know that many folks in here, a lot of the folks in here are Democrats, and I'm proud of that. But it also means that we have to be bipartisan. It means that we have to work together for the greater good. It means that we are Americans. Before we are anything else, we are Americans, and as Americans we have to work together, not in a mean-spirited way, not to destroy each other, not to hurt each other, not to try to break each other, but to actually get things done for the Americans that live in this country, that live in New Jersey, and live in South Jersey. So I promise you I am going to do everything I can not to ever change values or change my values or your values, but everything that I can to ensure that the people of this country and of this state are treated the way that they should be by the elected officials that serve them. Remember, we work for you, you don't work for us. And we have work to do. We know that we have to reform a badly broken immigration system. We know that we have to stop the oil drilling that would ever be thought about off of our coast. We know that we have to take care of people, and God help us, individuals that have pre-existing health conditions do have to be covered in the United States of America. And we have to help all kinds of businesses, not just the big businesses, but all the small businesses that exist in Cape May and Cumberland and Atlantic and Salem and Gloucester and Burlington, all over South Jersey. We have to make sure that small business people, that they have a chance as well. It's time for that. And for those folks that worry so much about Medicare, and they should, and worry about Social Security, that was a handshake golden agreement between the government of the United States of America and the people of the United States of America. And guess what? We are not going to change that. We're going to keep that agreement. And we're going to make sure that our national security is strong and that our borders are strong and that we treat our people fairly. In truth, the bottom line is, we're going to work hard. We are going to work as hard as I know how to work. You are going to have to work with me. I need the help. I need the support. I need the love.
Yes.
Because this is not an easy job. And man, we're going to give it everything. Because you know what? As Americans, whatever our race, our color, or our creed, we all have the same blood flowing through our veins. Never forget that. We are together in this. As Americans, we are together in this. So I say to you two things. One, we are going to work all together. We are going to make that difference. And secondly, and I hope you don't mind, but I'm not going to be just a congressman that you're not going to see that's going to be in Washington, D.C. all the time. Because guess what? Every week, I'm taking the train and I'm coming back home where I belong. But when I can, I still want to see those Eagle Scouts become Eagles. When I can, I want to see that senior citizen become 100 years old. When I can, I always want to be part of what we all do. Because that is what I love more than anything else in the world, is trying to do the best job that I can do, to be the best congressman that I can be. And I'll end this with two things, and then I promise I will stop. But I got a lot inside here. One of them is that I always say, I want to be a very, 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 very good congressman. And I know that sounds kind of corny, but I do. And the second one is, I have a little grandson. He's 2 years old. And I tell the story. He's a beautiful little boy. I love him a lot. I love him more than anybody can imagine. And I guess you can't imagine, because a lot of people have families that they love so much, and children and grandchildren, and that's what we're about in America. But when I think of him, I think of this little guy, and he calls me Bop. B-O-P, Bop. Now you all can't call me Bop, just so you know. You don't have to call me Congressman. You can call me Jeff, but don't call me Bop. But he can call me Bop. And I hope someday, many years from now, if he sees a picture of his Bop, and he looks, that he'll say, that was my Bop, and he was a congressman, and he was a damn good one. That's what I want. May God bless all of you. The best is yet ahead for all of us. They say, some people say we're going to make America great again. I say America is great, and we are